Hey guys, Big Tunic here. Today we're going to go over the basics of Resto Shaman PvP guide for the builds. We're in the Maelstrom, looks pretty amazing. So we have done this for the rotation. If you're not familiar with the rotation, go check it out. Very nice, made by yours truly, up in the right hand corner. But yes, let's go right into it. No long intro. Let's go right into the standard threes build. So very good standard threes and shuffle build. Your talents will really change for shuffle or threes. They're kind of just almost the exact same. The exact same circumstances you'd run any sort of talent. So Farseer is really nice. It's mostly about the single target burst healing. You get these ancestors whenever you call your, whenever you use your unleashed life. And this bad boy or girl will cast some healing surges and chain heals whenever you plop down your healing totem. See here, pops a chain heal, very nice. But it'll definitely give you a lot of extra healing. You see this beautiful baby, looks amazing. She has the Lei Shen Mog. This boy's got the TBC PvP Mog, so very beautiful. And yeah, this is going to be a really high amount of your healing. Now, Farseer has a lot of synergy with these four talents that I'm hovering over. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Why is that? These two are proc talents, meaning you can actually proc your ancestors off of themselves or off of your Riptide, which is really good. Having more ancestors, as you saw there a couple seconds ago, I had 2 ancestors out, makes for a lot of healing. But the main reason why it's such good synergy is because you have Offering from Beyond, which actually has some TDR attached to your Riptide. So whenever an ancestor is called, you get 2 seconds off of your Riptide. Not only do we have an extra charge of Riptide through Elemental Reverb, we get 2 seconds off of it. That's really nice. I want to spam Riptide all day, all night long. Final Calling gives us a Hydro Bubble. So whenever an ancestor departs, they'll pop a Hydro Bubble on a nearby injured ally that'll absorb some incoming damage for the next 10 seconds. This is going to be a very high sum of your healing. So really good synergy. You're proccing a lot of ancestors, you're getting a lot of CDR, and you're getting a lot of Hydro Bubble action. So really good synergy there. Other than Communion, I think is better than Natural Harmony. It's just more healing, more synergy with Reactive Warding, with having more charges of Earth Shield, meaning you have more Reactive Warding value. Natural Harmony is good if you're getting swapped to. You feel like you're dying in stuns, you feel like you're dying with swaps onto you. And having a nice beefy Nature's Guardian can definitely help, but the consistency of Earth and Communion I think is just overall much better. So your general Shaman talents here are standard. Some flex points that we have. So we have Brimming with Life. It's primarily just to beef up your Earthenwall Totem to make it stronger. So you feel like you're going to need this for really high burst comps. You can definitely take this. Just so your Earthenwall Totems, it is definitely a high reality that Earthenwall Totem can be killed, especially in RBGs. So definitely a nice little talent to kind of consider. Plains Traveler, if you need defense, again, you're dying in swaps, or you're dying in those 1.5 minute goes, if they are going you, which I should clarify, Resto Shaman isn't really a good kill target nowadays. Not a good kill target, but it's not likely. I mean, it only dies to melee cleaves, and there's no melee cleaves around. You have your jungle, you have your feral druids that are able to play with anything and everything. You have BM hunters that are able to play with anything and everything. You have rogues that are able to play with rogue lock, rogue mage. So yeah, S priest. So not really too many swap comps to go on you, but if you are facing trouble, like let's say in a solo shuffle, you are dying to a melee cleave like a Red Warrior, very standard. In those 1.5 minute windows, Plains Traveler will definitely help you, having Astral Shift available for every single 1.5 minute go. So, very good talent to have. Purify Spirit, you're facing a Warlock or an Elemental Shaman. Cleanse off those curses, big thumbs up. Elemental Resistance, you're facing anything that comes in line with the Fire, Frost, or Nature damage. This is going to give you a nice boost in defense. Thumbs up. Windrush Totem, Jetstream. For your melee, they're having trouble connecting with uptime, they're getting kited too easily, boom, Windrush Totem Jetstream, 50% movement speed, and every time Windrush Totem refreshes the buff on your allies, it'll remove the snares. Really nice, helps them kind of connect a bit easier. And then Traveling Storms, very good talent, a bit of extra support for your DPS, specifically for like your casters and whatnot. If you have melee, I don't think you don't really need it, but for your casters, getting melee off of your casters of Traveling Storms, being able to use Thunderstorm on them is really nice. The actual knockback is further, and the actual slow is much more powerful. So a very nice little talent to have. But yeah, it's a flex point. So again, if I need to take anything else for whatever situation, Windrush Totem, Jetstream, boom. I need Earthwall value, boom, boom. We have these two, boom, boom. I need my defense, Plains Traveler, boom. This last talent point can go into anything and everything. So yeah, you kind of understand what we're working with here. Purge. very simple. If you feel like you're not going to be able to purge consistently throughout the game, which is very likely, Greater Purge is going to be your best friend. 12-second cooldown, removes 2 beneficial magic effects. You don't have to think about it. Just throw it out there. Boom. Alright, you get 2 beneficial magic effects off. If you are going to be able to purge throughout the game, let's say it's on a solo shuffle, you have a very high burst comp, you have a very high pressure comp, so you're most likely going to have pressure throughout the entire game. Or you have counter CC, you have counter goes, you have a lot of stops for incoming damage to help relieve the pressure off of your shoulders, and you can take purge. But other than that, Greater Purge if you feel like you're not going to have that opportunity. So, very nice. Call the Elements or Creation Core, very standard. Call the Elements is a very nice skill, very standard. A 2-minute cooldown of your Totemic Recall. So whatever you're planning to use Totemic Recall on, whether it's double Earthern, double Grounding, double Tremor, you're going to have available for on a 2-minute cooldown. So a really nice skill here. Creation Core, I actually like if I'm going to pair totems together. So for example, if I'm going for max defense, Earthen Wall, Healing Stream Totem, boom. Creation Core, reset them, boom. Earthen Wall, Healing Stream Totem, again. A lot of defense from the Earthen Wall Totem, and a lot of HPS through double stream. Can't beat it. If I want to screw over casters, Grounding Totem, let it eat up all the damage and CC. Tremor Totem, let it eat up all the fears after my Grounding Totem's gone. Boom. Creation Core, reset it with Recall. I have them available again. Boom. If I want the offense, where's my thing at? Why do I have Rain Dance? Static Field Totem. Static Field Totem, group them all together. Boom. Capstone on top of that. Boom. I want to be a bit more cheeky with that offense. Boom. Creation Core, recall them back. I have them available. We have more AoE damage in the next 30 seconds. Boom. Do it again. Let's get that cleave action going. Very nice talent to kind of pair your totems together. But Call the Elements is definitely a reliable, kind of solid pick. Yeah, that's kind of it. Going over your Resto Shaman talents here, nothing really changes. Tide Turner is going to be your lock-in. It's just the burst healing, the power, the potency of Tide Turner is too good to pass up. And then First Ascendant, I think, is just much better in every circumstance. I think Preeminence is just, it's just not good. You would think it'd be better because you're able to proc more Ascendances, having more Riptides and more available Riptides, which is definitely great. And it's definitely still a viable option, but for me, not having Ascendance on 2-minute cooldown, this expansion, having Healing Tide on 2-minute cooldown, having Ascendance on 2-minute cooldown feels so good. Before, it was all over the place. Healing Tide was on a 1.9, Ascendance were on a 3-minute cooldown, Spirit Link's on a 3-minute cooldown. I felt like your cooldowns were all over the place, but having 2 back-to-back cooldowns on a 2-minute cooldown, I think is just really powerful to have. So that's my whole bit there. I think Preeminence, there's just something lacking about it. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like there's just something that's missing from Preeminence. Alright? That's pretty much it. Nothing else really changes to your Restoration Shaman talents. It's stay the exact same for your Farseer. For your Honor talents, this is what we're mostly going to be looking at. Living Tide, Static Field, Grounding Totem. Optional talents are Totem of Wrath. 15% increased crit power to your casters if you're playing a Spell Cleave. Definitely a good option if you feel like you don't really need the Static Field Totem. Never take Totemic, Unleash Shield, horrible. It is easy to walk out of, it's easy to counter, so never going to look at this. And Burrow, nice for a bit of extra defense, 2-minute cooldown. You're facing a Ret Warrior, bit of extra defense to help get you free. You're facing a Rogue, whether it's a Rogue S Priest or whatnot. I've actually faced a lot of Rogue S Priests, and this has actually helped me a lot. Kind of hang by the edge, hang by the pillar, show my face, burrow at the right time. I ignore the kidney shot. I move over to the enemy pillar. I lasso the healer. I hex him. We get a Stormbolt. We get a Hodge on the kill target, and we send him home. It's actually a really nice skill. There's a bit of finesse in it, so that's why I really like Burrow. In terms of what talents you're going to be giving up for those optional talents, Static Field, if you feel like you're not going to have as much value from Static Field Totem, then you can definitely take that out. Grounding Totem, if there's no way, if there's nothing really to ground, at least nothing significant to ground, then you can definitely take out Grounding Totem, but there's always something to ground in today's age, so Static Field Totem and Grounding Totem are going to be your 2 flex points if you want to run anything else. Now let's go over a RBG build for Farseer. Farseer is very nice. This is going to, again, the exact same for Blitz, RBGs and Blitz. So you see here, we're going for as much disruption as possible with the Shaman tree over here. Static Charge, super good. 30 seconds, 30-second cap stun. Having an AoE stun on a 30-second cooldown is super good. So especially in those really tight, close maps. Eye of the Storm, Silvershard Mines, Deep Hole Ravine. Very powerful, Very nice. I love it. I love having the availability rather than the just extra stun from Guardian's Cudgel. I don't feel like it's super good. Voodoo Mastery. I'm causing damage by the amount of CC I'm going, especially in Deepwind Gorge. On the right side of the planter, you see the planter on the right side if you're coming from the aligned side, if you're coming from the horde, the left side. That big old plant, yeah, that's my area. I just sit back there, I peek to the left if I want to heal my team, I peek to the right, I'll CC any of the healers that are in the back line. Super nasty going for those constant hexes with Voodoo Mastery, very nice. Other than that, I won't take it in stuff like Eye of the Storm or Silver Shard Mines where I'm pretty much 2 centimeters away from getting kicked. Yeah, not a good idea. Most likely not going to get those constant hexes off in those maps. Again, very standard. All your flex points remain the exact same. Windrush Totem and Jetstream. For Silver Shard Mines, Deep Hall Ravine, if your team is having trouble staying in the carts, maybe they're getting knocked, maybe they're getting slowed, maybe they're getting ported from the Warlock, definitely take Windrush Totem. Can help your team a lot. For flag maps, helps get your tank across a bit easier by having Windrush Totem available on either Warsong Gulch or Twin Peaks will be very beneficial. So Jetstream is definitely a very good option. Traveling Storms as well for your tank. Again, you're escorting him or her, and using Traveling Storms to knock people off of your tank is definitely very good. So another good option there. For Resto Shaman, you see I'm taking current control. Naturally, I'd say Tide Turner for almost every circumstance. For blitzes, you actually want to take Tide Turner, but for RBGs, current control, I like having the availability of current control, especially when I play with dragons. They don't have any answer for those 1.5 minute windows. They have really long cooldowns, so I'm the only one who can actually respond to those 1.5 minute, 2 minute windows, and Tide Turner helps me do that better by having Healing Tide on a 1.5 minute cooldown, so big thumbs up for me. That's really the only difference with your honor talents here. Going over Totemic, Totemic 3's build and Shuffle, it's the exact same thing. Very standard. So you see here, almost the exact same thing. Legit the exact same thing. So the only thing I really need to explain with this is the Totemic bit here. All the stuff on the Resto Shaman tree stay the exact same, just as your Farseer. So Totemic, what do we have here? So Oversurge is really great. Oversurge, Surgeon Totem heals for 150% more during Ascendance. So Totemic really is all about that spread healing, all about consistent healing. And it lacks a little bit of power. It doesn't lack the big Riptide. It doesn't lack the big healing surges. It lacks the big Ancestral Swiftness one-shot healing wave. So there's only one way to get that power for Totemic, and that's Oversurge. When you proc Ascendance, when you enter Ascendance mode, your Surging Totem heals for 150% more. That's crazy. This bad boy can tick for about 500k a tick, guys. It's too good to pass up. All right, too good to pass up. Just too much healing. Amazing. Amplification Core is simply just 3% extra healing and damage done. It's great, but compared to Oversurge, it lacks potency. Combine this with Pulse Capacitator, just increasing your Surging Totem healing by 25% by default, is incredible. So combine these two together, you get 150% increased Surging Totem healing during Ascendance. I mean, come on, guys. You know where I'm going here. It's so much extra healing. Now, if you are not comfortable with that, you feel like you're not getting any procs, you feel like you're not getting super high benefit, you can take Totemic, supportive imbuements here. This is a weapon imbue that will allow you to have your Healing Totems down available for an extra 3 seconds, or I guess 3.6 seconds, and increase your healing done by 2.4%. It's nice, especially combined with reactivity, which actually makes your Healing Totem heal a second ally at 50% effectiveness. It's nice, but it's very good. It's really high consistent healing, but just not having power of Oversurge is just so brutal. When you play with Oversurge to where you play without it, there are just certain times where it's like, wow, I proc an Ascendance, but my Surging Totem doesn't do any more healing because I'm not running Oversurge. You're going to see the pain of not having Oversurge. I promise you that. Oversized Totems is what you're going to be looking at. This is a PvE talent, so don't even look us with Recall. Oversized Totems is what we're going to be looking at. Now this talent here is very interesting. So Totemic Coordination, if you're facing rock comps or anything with just consistent damage that you're just having a hard time healing through, spread healing, then Totemic Coordination is going to be a good pick. 25% more effectiveness on your Lively Totem chain heals and Totemic Rebound chain heals are great. Lively Totems actually cast chain heal, whenever we cast a Healing Stream Totem or a Healing Tide Totem or any healing totem at 100% effectiveness. So you're basically just getting free chain heals. Very amazing. Now you saw there, it actually casts it twice. Why is that? Because you have Totemic Rebound. So whenever chain heal jumps to a nearby totem, and when it hits max targets, then it'll pop that chain heal. So very, very powerful, getting a lot of chain heal healing. And Totemic Coordination just simply amplifies that. Now, if you're facing Burst and you feel like you're just having a hard time healing through damage, then Earth Sword is definitely a good pick. Earth the Wall, Earth Living Weapon effect. Allies receive 15% increased healing from you if they're under any of those benefits. Really, really nice, especially with Earth Living Weapon effect. You pretty much have Earth Living Weapon available the entire game, so it's just basically another deluge on the target. Very, very powerful. So looking at your Resto Shaman talents, again, they're the exact same. The same Primal Tide core, that same Undercurrent, Primordial Wave. All this healing is very awesome. Primordial Wave is just great to have for just a nice little big heal for your shuffles, your threes, and honestly blitzes. This is actually a blitz build as well, because blitzes are much more fast paced. You don't really need all like the chain heal talents. You can definitely run this for your blitzes. But yeah, it's just very good. You have Whirling Elements, which is very nice. It does actually help get a nice juicy Primordial Wave. So whenever I do place down my Surgeon Totem, I get 3 buffs. Earth, my next chain heal applies Earth Living Weapon at 150% effectiveness, so all targets it. Don't need to worry about that. That will proc off of your chain heals from your Lively Totem, so don't have to worry about that. Well, Water and Air is what we need to combine together. Air reduces the cast time of your next healing spell by 40%, really great, thumbs up. And Water increases your healing, increases the healing of your next healing wave or healing surge. Also heals an ally inside of your healing wave. Your healing rain at 100% effectiveness. So really, really great. You pop down the healing totem. You see I pop chain heal. The earth effect gets consumed. I get the earth living weapon effect. Amazing. But we pop the nice little Primordial Wave. Make sure we have Riptides on it on everyone. Pop the Unleashed Life. And pop a nice little healing wave. It's gonna be a lot faster, and it's gonna give me a nice juicy healing wave. The only reason why I didn't consume there is because, again, there's no other ally near me to be consumed. But yeah, that healing wave is going to do some nice healing with the Primordial Wave. It's also going to hit multiple targets with the water enhancement of your Whirling Elements. Really good combination for your threes, your blitz, your shuffle. Now going over an RBG build, this is definitely very nice. Oops, wrong build. This is very nice. We're focusing heavy on those chain heals. So again, the Shaman tree is the exact same. Looking at the chain heals right here. So Ancestral Reach is really good. Additional bounce to your chain heal. 8% more healing. Great. Very standard. Nothing else to talk about. Slow Tides. These do not work with your Lively Totems, meaning your Lively Totem chain heals will not consume the Riptide to do 30% more healing with that chain heal. Also, if it was to do that, ripping off Riptides not only screws over your heal over time healing, ripping off Deluge is definitely very sketchy. So, not a big fan of the Flow Tides, even if it did work. Tidebringer is mostly for your cast chain heals. Reduce cast time, increase jump distance. These does not work with the Lively Totem, so it's simply just for your cast chain heals. Very nice. Coalescing Waters is great. Your chain heals have reduced mana cost, and whenever you do cast chain heal, it increases the healing of your next Riptide by 75%. Very, very nice. This works off of your Lively Totem, so you see here, I pop it, boom. I see I got the Coalescing Water. My next Riptide is going to do some big healing. I can combine this with a nice Unleashed Life. It's going to do some nice healing. So, a very good talent there. And High Tide is very good. Every 1 million mana you spend brings a High Tide, making your next 2 chain heals for additional 10%, and not reduces each jump. Very, very great. I love this. I mean, you're spending a lot of mana as a Totemic because you have a very mana-hungry skills. So, 1 million mana is going to come by very quickly, or going to be consumed very quickly. And the next 2 chain heals, they heal more, they don't reduce each jump. Your chain heals, on average, are healing for about the same as your Riptide, so close to like the 900k to a million. Not reducing with each jump, yeah. I mean, that's just like a million healing on 5 targets. That's pretty powerful. These do work off of your Lively Totems, so very, very nice. Love High Tide. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're working with here. We're running current control for the RBGs, as I talked about the Farseer. Just having the availability is nice. And in First Ascendant, getting Ascendants off cooldown quicker makes Oversurge even that much more awesome. Having a much better response with the Ascendants combined with the Surgeon Totem is going to do massive healing. massive healing every 2 minutes. So that's kind of my whole spiel there. Anything else that I need to talk about? Not really. You see I'm running Purge over Greater Purge in these RBG builds. Why? Because it's an RBG. I'm going to have much more flexibility, and I'm going to have a lot of windows where I'm not going to need to do any healing, so I can just sit there and Purge. So that's why I take no more Purge. But yeah, all the flex points are the exact same for all across your PvP board. So yeah, very good stuff. Anything else we need to talk about? Not really. I don't really need to talk about anything too much. Everything is the almost exact same that is for every other build. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is kind of a nice little quick overview of your builds. Again, if you have any questions that aren't specified in this video, then definitely leave it in the comments. Maybe I can answer it. But guys, hopefully you had an amazing day. And be sure to leave a like rating down below. Just subscribe my way. It does help push me into the algorithm. And when we all come to our unfortunate ends, I hope to see you guys in the next life. Alright, peace.